Good morning. Good Friday morning. Got a nice little second leaf coming out. And I'm gonna knock on a little wood here as I say this. This is the best Joshua tree that I have ever had, and it's doing really well. And I'm really hopeful that it is actually going to take good root and actually become a real tree someday. I'm really hopeful that that's going to happen. These other ones have pretty much become fertilizer, which is great. Just like sprinkle it on there. Sprinkle this stuff on here. Just get your, what do they call it, a duff layer, which I think is short for dead stuff. Duff layer. You got a little duff layer of the other leaves, and that's sort of like you know, to the victor go the spoils, right? All the nutrients that these plants initially sucked up are all going to become his someday. So I think it's time to name our Joshua tree. I was following this guy on YouTube. He named his Joshua tree Josh, and I thought that was about as lame as it can possibly get. But I do want to stick with like a Joshua tree theme, so I think we'll name him Bono. Some of you out there, if you're old enough, will completely get that reference, and some of you won't. I'm not going to explain it. For those of you who get it, you get it. Anyway, I did move it a little bit just because the sun is moving in the sky. It's going further north. So now we got sun is coming up. Like it used to come up like behind this palm tree over here, and now it's like way over there, and it's coming up. So I used to have my Joshua tree over here next to that little miniature Mexican fan palm, but it would take forever for the light to get to it. And in fact, what I might do is I might move Bono over here a little bit just to get light a little bit earlier in the day, but I don't want to put it behind this palm tree here, because then when the sun goes over here, he's gonna miss out on that afternoon sun. So I think what I'll do is just like scoot him over like maybe like a foot. I'll do that right now. As careful as I possibly can. Yeah, that's probably a good spot for him right there. I might as well give you guys another update. So this Mexican fan palm has been driving me absolutely nuts. This center stalk, if you want to call it, or leaf, this thing is finally starting to split out and actually fan out. It's going to be like this probably in another week or close to it. But it was like this forever. I mean forever. It was like that when it went dormant last fall. It like this leaf was pushing up for a long time, and then it went dormant, it stopped. And then when the weather warmed up, I was like, okay, I want to see it push out. It didn't seem to be pushing out, so what I did, and this is lame, but this is what I did. I took a black Sharpie and I drew this line right here, and this line was all the way down here, like as far down as you can get. This black line was in line with this line right here. And then I'm like, okay, I'm seeing some progress, and then it seemed to stop again, and then I took another red Sharpie and put that there and put that in line with there, and as you can see, that has even moved up maybe like, I don't know, a few millimeters. And that was maybe a week ago I put that red line on there, but just this morning it finally is beginning to fan out. So this thing takes a lot of water. It's pretty well, the root systems are pretty well established, and I don't want to say you can't overwater it, because you can overwater anything. Anything can drown, if you will, but it's much more difficult to drown. So like you would have to pour 5 gallons a day on this thing for a couple days to drown it. And I don't do that. I pour maybe like a gallon of water on it, like I was doing it like once a week, and then I wasn't getting too many results. And we're in the dry season now, so we never get water. This water you're seeing here is from my sprinkler system. And it doesn't fly up onto this plant. It sprays really low, like it probably hits down here. And as you can see, this is full of water right here, and that's from the sprinkler system spraying out from, you know, the grass over here. But anyway, so I started pouring about 2 gallons a week on this thing, and then it finally started responding to that. Of course, they respond to warmth and they respond to sunlight too. And then this, being our oldest leaf, is getting ready to fold down. As this brown begins to spread all the way down, this stalk will eventually turn brown, and then it'll fold down. But way before that happens, I'm going to cut it off, because for any of you who know about palm trees and know about taking care of palm trees, and more importantly trimming palm trees, once these stalks turn brown, you got to saw these mothers, and it's not fun. And this is just a miniature version of that. I'm talking about these things up here, this full-size Mexican fan palm. As you can see, all of my stalks are green up there because I don't let them turn brown, because once they turn brown, it's like sawing through concrete. When they're green and they're still healthy and full of water, that's when you want to get them off there, because then you just cut through like butter. So anyway, anybody who's interested in caring for palm trees, make a note of that. Anyway, a couple updates there, and might as well give you another update since I'm at it. Interesting thing with this cactus here. This cactus right here, this twist that you see to it, like all that, this is recent. This thing was like a flat disc before, when I had it like this. It was a flat disc because the sun would come from this side, you know, it was much further south in the hemisphere, and it would just beat down on this side all day, and from morning all the way to afternoon, it was on this one side, and the cactus would just stand straight up. Now that I've got it like this, it's responding to the light. So now this side gets hit in the morning, and this side gets hit in the afternoon. I don't fully understand why it's doing what it's doing. I mean, I'm not a botanist, but whatever I did when I switched orientations of this plant, this cactus, this is how it responded to the sunlight. It's almost like, you know, it's like, okay, I'll take this side in the morning, and then this side's like bending this way. I don't know, maybe just to capture more of the sunlight in the afternoon. I couldn't tell you why it's doing that. But to be honest with you, I'm not crazy about the way it looks now. It looks really weird now. I don't know. Thinking about maybe flipping it back the other way, but I actually like this side much more than I like this side. This side is like, oops, this side is like really ugly. So anyway, maybe I'll flip it back this way and we'll see. That'll be a neat experiment to do. See if the plant starts to bend back into its original shape after flipping the plant this way. And then lastly, we got my Madagascar fan palm here. I think it's called a Madagascar. No, it's just a Madagascar palm, not a fan palm, excuse me. Madagascar palm. If you notice, now these things are super cool, in my opinion. This is the only one I've ever seen at Home Depot, and I bought it up. As soon as I saw it, I was like, whoa, what is that? And I looked it up, and I got it. If you notice, there's a little bit of a lean this way, and because the plant was totally turned around the other way, so it was leaning toward the sunlight. Now I flipped it back the other way, and then slowly over time we're going to see it bend back toward the sunlight. So I don't know if the whole thing is going to kind of go like this, or if we're going to get an S shape out of it, almost like this. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see. But this is a succulent, and so you don't want to water the hell out of these. You just want to give them, like, I water this one about a bottled water full of water every 2 weeks. That's about what I do for this one. And as you can see, it's pushing out new leaves on the top here. And when you see it, that it's doing that, you know it's doing fine. You know it's doing fine. It's getting plenty of sunlight throughout the day, and it's pushing out new leaves. So If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Anyway, sorry for such a long video. I know I said I wasn't going to make any new Joshua Tree videos, but I was excited to see that the new leaf was really pushing out. I mean, it's almost an inch long now at the bottom. The old leaf, the original leaf, is still pretty nasty looking at the top, and then down here at the bottom as well, you're seeing some brown, some light brown coloration, but not as bad as these other ones that ended up dying. So I really am feeling optimistic about this. So, all right, guys, talk to you later and have a great day.